A mule deer buck can grow 2 pounds of bone in a single week and build a tall, forked, heavy rack in one summer high in the mountains. He grows it, drops it, and grows it again every single year. Almost nothing alive grows bone that fast, and most hunters get the basics wrong. So let's fix that from the first nub of velvet to the day it drops, high country mule deer style. First, antlers aren't horns. A horn is permanent. An antler is bone, and a buck grows a brand new set every single year, drops them, and grows them again. And a mule deer's antlers don't grow like a whitetail's. They fork. Each beam splits, then splits again, into those tall branching Ys. He builds all of it in about 4 months. While it grows, the rack is wrapped in velvet, and that's not fuzzy skin. It's living tissue, packed with blood vessels, pumping blood, calcium, and phosphorus straight into the bone. Up in the summer high country, that velvet rack is growing fast and fragile. Damage it early, and the fork grows in crooked or stunted. Cut the supply line, and growth stops cold. All summer, mule deer bucks run together in bachelor groups, up high in the cool country and the best feed, all in velvet. There's no testosterone to fight over yet, so they tolerate each other and pack on bone. Glass a high basin full of velvet bucks in July, and you're looking at a preview of fall. Once the velvet strips and testosterone climbs, the group breaks up. What runs the cycle? Daylight, not temperature. Longer spring days trigger growth. Shortening late summer days bring the testosterone surge that strips the velvet around late August and hardens the bone for the November rut. It's a calendar written in sunlight, which is why mule deer grow on almost the exact same schedule every year. That tall summer rack was built from last summer's groceries. Antler is protein and minerals. In a Texas study, yearling bucks fed 16% protein grew antlers about twice the size of those fed 8%. Same genes, double the food, double the antler. For mule deer, the quality of that summer high country range is the real ceiling. And it gets crazier. A growing rack needs more calcium and phosphorus than a buck can eat fast enough. So his body pulls minerals straight out of his own skeleton, ships them up to the antlers, and rebuilds his bones later. For a few months every summer, a big muley is running mild osteoporosis on purpose, just to grow bone on his head. In a wild herd, you can't manage genetics. You can affect age and nutrition, and age is everything. A mule deer buck doesn't hit his biggest antlers till around 5 to 7 years old. A 2-year-old and a 6-year-old can carry the same genes. The difference is 4 more summers of growth. The biggest thing for antler size in the wild isn't genetics, it's letting him walk. And a mature mule deer looks like a different species. A young buck, thin neck, sleek body, long legs. A 5.5+ buck, a neck that merges right into his shoulders, a deep sagging belly, short-looking legs, and a heavy Roman nose. Read the body, not just the antlers. That's how you let the young ones walk. Then every winter, he gives it back. After the rut, testosterone crashes. At the base of each antler is the pedicle, and cells dissolve the bone right at that seam until the antler lets go. That's a shed, chemistry on a clock, usually January into March for muleys, and stress moves it up. A buck hurt or run down by a hard winter sheds weeks early. And mule deer move. Some herds migrate up to 150 miles between summer high country and winter range, surfing the spring green up for the best nutrition. They shed on that winter and transition ground, south-facing slopes, sagebrush flats, the warm, low country where they survive the cold. Find the winter range and the migration lines, and you found the sheds. We measured thousands of these antlers, and the spread tells the story. A young muley sheds scores modest. A mature high country buck's single antler can push well past 80 inches on its own. Same gene pool, same mountains. The number is the years on his feet and the summers of groceries we just walked through. And everyone started as a nub of velvet last spring. So why does any of this matter past trivia? Because every shed antler is a data point. Where it dropped tells you where that buck wintered. When it dropped hints at his health. Its size and age tell you about the whole herd. A shed is one of the only ways to read a mule deer herd without ever touching a living animal. That's real wildlife science, and the whole reason we built Shed happens. Find a shed, drop a pin, and our AI scores it, just like the bucks in this video. You get a record of your find, the herd gets counted, and the country we love gets a little easier to protect. Now get out there. The antlers are already growing, and now you know how.